There are about 500 million air sacs inside our lungs, whose total area is about 85 square meters. These sacs are called alveoli. Through them, we receive oxygen required for our body. So today, we will learn about the only organ in our body that can float in water. And that organ is the lung. Inside our rib cage, there are 2 lungs on either side of the heart. The heart is situated right in the middle of the chest and is tilted towards the left. This is why the left lung is slightly smaller than the right lung. Just below the lungs, there is a muscle called diaphragm. When this muscle contracts, the lungs expand and air comes inside the lungs. When the diaphragm relaxes, the lungs contract and the air goes out of the lungs. There is a tube for the air to come in and go out, which is connected to the nose and the mouth. This is called the respiratory tract. We can divide it into many parts according to its structure, which starts from the nose. Then through the nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, it finally reaches the alveoli. When we breathe in, the air reaches the nasal cavity through the nose. The mucus there acts as filter and absorbs dust, pollutants, and other harmful components present in the air.
Then the air reaches the pharynx,
which is a junction. The tube from the mouth also joins here. Only due to this we are able to breathe through the mouth. But we also eat food through the mouth. If that food goes into the lungs, we can even die. To avoid this, there is a valve called epiglottis in the lower section of the pharynx. It opens while breathing, due to which the air reaches the lungs. And it closes while eating, due to which the food does not go into the lungs, but reaches the stomach. From here, the air reaches the larynx. It is also called the voice box, because with the help of this organ we are able to make different sounds. From here, the air reaches the trachea, which splits into 2 bronchi. These bronchi go inside the lungs. Bronchi splits into secondary bronchi and then into tertiary bronchi. It further splits into even thinner branches, which are called bronchioles. At the end of bronchioles are air sacs called alveoli, whose diameter ranges from 0.2 to 0.5 millimeters. The air coming from the nose or mouth finally reaches here. 70% of the surface area of each alveolus is surrounded by blood capillary. Oxygen moves from alveoli to blood through a process called diffusion. Hemoglobin present in red blood cell binds that oxygen with itself, and carries it in the form of oxyhemoglobin and transports it to cells of different parts of the body. Cells use oxygen in chemical reactions to make energy. During this process, carbon dioxide is formed in the cell, which is released into the blood. Carbon dioxide gets dissolved in water very well. That is why most of the carbon dioxide remains dissolved in blood plasma. About 20 to 25% of carbon dioxide is carried by hemoglobin in the form of carbaminohemoglobin. When this blood reaches the alveolar capillary, carbon dioxide moves out of the blood into the alveoli through diffusion. When we exhale, this carbon dioxide moves out of the nose or the mouth through the same respiratory tract. So the lungs are the most important organ for absorbing oxygen and expelling carbon dioxide. But blood is an important part for delivering that oxygen to different parts of the body. But blood does not contain only red blood cell. It is made up of many other components too. We will talk about them in detail in some other video, some other day.